It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Good morning. Welcome to the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm Bob Recktenwald. This is Scooter.
Oh, wait.
There you go.
It's a little dainty.
A little bit dainty.
You got to smile when you do it. That's it. That's
the new one.
Well,
I like it.
No, that was David that went out and got that and made it funny. So I am looking for something different. I got an idea. But
You got an idea?
I haven't had time.
Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
I did. I had a good Thanksgiving. Had a good break.
I will tell you that the flu is no fun.
Oh, there's a lot of people have had it, and that's what I hear.
Yeah, the flu is no fun.
I don't want anything to do with it.
No, not a good time. Had by one or none.
That is not good.
No. How's everything else been?
Good. Got to do a little wrestling that we'll talk about over the weekend.
Yeah, we'll talk about that after a while.
Cover that later, but just had a good time.
Yeah. Did you get all your turkeys done?
I did. I did 3 turkeys this year. 3 turkeys. Deep fried 3 of them.
Deep fried.
Two of them with one with just Creole butter. The other one I did Creole butter and jalapenos.
Oh.
And that jalapeno flavor, it's not hot, but that jalapeno flavor in a turkey, it's excellent.
You inject them?
Mm-hmm. Yep, right before you fry them.
Mm.
They are good. They are very delicious.
Tasty.
And the oil's so hot. I've got electric one, so I can turn it up a little bit. So we got the oil about 400 degrees. When you drop that turkey, it just sears it, so none of the oil gets in it, but none of the juices can get out. Oh, it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of my favorite kind of turkeys. Deep fried.
Deep fried.
You bet.
Never had one.
Oh, you are missing out.
Yeah?
I'll have to do one for you sometime.
You'd
enjoy that.
We'll have to try that.
I feel kind of naked. I don't have my headphones
Yeah,
on.
you look a little naked.
I'm about to go live, and I'm like, wait a minute. Somebody stole my headphones. So I'll have to find them at break.
Like, what?
They got to be running around here
Something
somewhere.
just not right today.
No, I'm used to hearing everything and what's going on, and it just feels weird.
But you can hear me. That's the
I can hear you. I can hear you just fine.
What?
Huh? What?
Morning prayer.
Morning prayer?
Brought to you by Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas. 29 locations serve you, 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. With all our respect is not just their motto, it's how they do business. Renata Jenkins Byler and her staff all across the state are willing and there to help you in your time of need. Well, we've got a lot of that going on right now.
We do. Unfortunately, it's
sad.
It seems to come in waves, and when it does,
it's a big wave.
Yeah, it's a big wave right now.
Now the morning prayer. Lord, this morning we just come to you and we give you thanks for who you are and what you do in our lives, Lord. But we just come humbly and pray that you will be with the family that lost not only a husband but a father of 2 good young men over the weekend. Lord, we just pray that you'll comfort them, lead, guide, and direct them. Lord, keep them safe. Lord, just be with them as they go through the challenges of the next few days, the next month, the next year, and the rest of their lives to have to deal without having their father or their husband figure there to be there to enjoy life with them. Lord, just pray that you'll send special blessing to them. Lord, I also want to come to you this morning and lift up a cousin of mine that received some bad news on some cancer yesterday. And Lord, we just pray that he will learn to know who you are in his life and that you will touch him and comfort him as his last days are here. And Lord, we just pray that you will continue to be with us. Lord, keep us safe. Lord, we just pray for the firefighters and the policemen and the first responders, the nurses, the doctors, as they deal with all this flu that's going around. And Lord, we pray for the school administration and all the students and the faculty. Lord, we just pray that you'll keep them healthy as they wrap up things before the Christmas holiday. And Lord, it's in your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
How about that, Scooter?
There you go. I didn't know if you forgot how to do that.
Well, I did. Yeah, I had to take a refresher course this morning on the way in. Yeah. And now it's time to take a look at the weather. Brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora. We'll be right back.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine. Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z team.
The weather is brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team. 870-405-0793. Century 21 Lee Mack Realty. Go to their website, retiredtoarkansas.net. Click on live views and take a look at what you can see. Great shot there this morning. A little bit of water in the river.
Little bit.
You know, it's a little bit warmer out there. You would think there'd be some boats.
It's not that warm.
Well, it's 40.
Oh, yeah, it's 40. I'll give you that.
Yeah, it's 40. What you're looking at is a shot back into Baxter County, Arkansas from Marion County, Arkansas. It's the city of Cotter. You can see the baseball field, the Railroad Museum, Contractor's Trust is off to your right. The Rainbow Bridge is off to your left. Way off in the distance, straight ahead is the state of Missouri. Off to the right is the city of Mountain Home. Off to your left would be the city of Bull Shoals. Let's take a look at one of those other.
It's on the City Hall.
It's on the City Hall, and there's the City Hall of. There we go, and there it changes
Switched
to the
over to the
Rainbow
bridge.
Bridge. Just a good timing right there. It's the old Railroad Bridge and the old Rainbow Bridge there, and I would bet that it's lit up pretty nice right about this time of the year.
At night, you can go to this same zoom-in camera, and it'll be set up. It's set up on the Christmas lights and the bridge and stuff like that. It's really pretty.
Do you have a choice when you go? Like, can you go there and pick which camera?
No, this
It
is
just
automatic.
rotates through?
Well, yeah, we've got it programmed where it just automatically rotates.
Just like
between
that?
these. Yep.
Yeah, that's the launch there at the bottom of the Cotter Bridge, and you can tell it's live because the water's moving. Just a great shot brought to you each and every morning by Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team. Century 21 Lee Mack Realty here in Mountain Home. 870-405-0793 is their number, and let's take a look at some temperatures. In Mountain Home, it's 40. Harrison's 39. Batesville's 40. Yellville is 41. Marshall is 39. Salem 41. Mountain View is 39. Calico Rock is 40. West Plains, Missouri is 41. Springfield, Missouri is 39. Poplar Bluff, Missouri 41. And St. Louis, Missouri is 38. We'll take a look at the radar. We'll zoom out a little bit. Okay, keep zooming.
Sorry, he's learning. He's trying to remember how to do this.
Yeah. Slight chance of rain over the next 6 hours, it says. So let the radar catch up with us here before I go zooming back in. It's just not the quickest thing in the morning, is it?
Not this morning, it ain't. There we go.
And now it's caught up with us. You can see some weather going across Mississippi, Alabama into Georgia. We'll zoom back into Arkansas, see how it affects us locally. From Rogers to Blytheville, from Fayetteville to Jonesboro, looks pretty clear. But when you get down around Memphis, it's going to be a little bit rainy this afternoon, later on this morning, this afternoon. Conway, Little Rock, a little bit of rain. Fort Smith, Pine Bluff's going to get a little bit of something. All in all, it doesn't look like it's very heavy, and it doesn't look like it's going to last very long. And that's the flood risk in Mid-South this week. Everything south of us. I don't think we're threatened by that. It looks like Little Rock and Memphis may get a little bit damp. Watches and warnings, dense fog all across the Gulf Coast, a little bit in Oklahoma. What's this blue stuff up here?
Yeah,
Winter advisory?
Yeah. Probably. Yeah, I mean, up there you kind of expect that.
At the border of Minnesota and Iowa, a little bit chilly, but there is a winter weather advisory up there. Our 7-day forecast looks like this. Today it's going to be high of 55, 20% chance of rain. Tonight, 40% chance of rain, low of 50. Tuesday, 40% chance of rain, high of 66. Tuesday night, 40% chance of showers, low of 50. Tomorrow, Wednesday, high of 59, 70% chance of rain. Going to be a wet week, it looks like. 100% chance of rain on Wednesday night, low of 51. Thursday, 100% chance of rain, high of 64. Thursday night, 50% chance of rain, low of 42. And Friday, slight chance of showers turning sunny, high of 51. Next weekend on Saturday, partly sunny, chance of rain, high of 51. And next Sunday, high of 51 and a 40% chance of rain. Going to be wet. If you ain't got your leaves raked, you better go rake them today.
I don't have all mine picked up.
No?
Did you get yours finally cut up?
I worked on some of them yesterday.
Some of them.
There is a lot of them.
I just mulch them.
Lake levels and dam reports. You can go check that out for yourself at 870-431-5311. Lake Norfolk is currently generating one with a lake level of 552.25, which is 0.25 above their full pool of 552. Lake Bull Shoals 654.91, which is 4.09 below full pool of 659. That's the weather and all the updates, the dam reports, and the generation. Brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z-Team, Century 21 Lee Mack Realty here in Mountain Home, 870-405-0793. These are realtors you can recommend to your friends. I always say they're busy, but never too busy to help you. Give them a call. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be back in just a moment.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Have you?
Welcome back to The Morning Show on XL7-TV. Community happenings.
Community happenings. What's going on in the community, Bob?
Well, you know, the ASU Mountain Home lights are still going on.
I'm waiting for Santa Claus.
He was there already. You missed him.
Did
He was there last. He was here last night.
Was it?
Yeah,
I thought they
he'll be back though.
He comes on the 6th through something.
He'll be back. He was there last night.
Oh,
Saw a
did you
big
go by last night?
saw a big post on Facebook about it, so it's got to be true.
Oh, there you go. Must be.
Yeah, but the lights are pretty cool. We've been through. We took the grandkids right after we had our Thanksgiving on a Tuesday before the Thursday, and we took some of the kids through, and they had a good time.
I'm
It was
excited. I went through
pretty
a
cool.
couple times last year. Have not went through yet this year, but I plan on.
There's live nativity at First Baptist going on, which is pretty cool. I don't remember the hours of that happening. Let's see if it's on this calendar. It is not. Do you happen to know when that is?
I do not know.
Sorry, dog. Baxter Health Auxiliary is hosting a gift wrapping fundraiser for the month of from December the 6th through the 23rd, Monday through Friday, 8 to 3:30. Friday the 24th till noon. Hospital's main lobby. Bring all your gifts, and they'll wrap them for you for a nominal fee, which is it's a fundraiser for the hospital auxiliary. That way you don't have to wrap your own gifts. How about that?
There you go.
Mm-hmm. A beginner cardio class starts tomorrow. That is tomorrow, the 6th, yeah, from 5:30 to 6:30. That's at Baxter Health, at the Schliemann's Center for Women over there. City of Mountain Home, the lights, culture celebration of lights. It's a good time. There's a bake sale going on at Newton County Senior Center. Bake sale, pumpkin pie, $11. Meringue pie, $13. Pecan pie, a pecan pie for $12. Dozen cookies for $8. Deadline to order is the 19th. Pick up by 12:30 on the 21st. So that's the Newton County Senior Center. If you want some more information on that, give them a call, 870-446-5531. And that looks pretty good. We've got here City of Cotter from December 1st to the 31st. Tour of Lights in Cotter. Join them on Saturday, December the 16th from 5 to 7. Pictures with Santa and Mrs. Claus, Christmas carols, Polar Express conductor, bonfires with s'mores, hot chocolate goodies for the kids, Christmas tree and house decoration contest, You want some more information about the decorating contest, give them a call at 870-435-6326, or you can email them at cottermayor@info-.com. It's the second annual tree decorating contest. Businesses, families will have an opportunity to put an artificial tree in the park. That'll be a unique way to be able to advertise your business. This is sponsored by the City of Cotter, Cotter Volunteer Fire Department Auxiliary, Saturday Club at Cotter, Cotter Gasville Chamber of Commerce, Potter Block Properties. Contributors are First Baptist Church of Cotter, Good Shepherd Methodist Church, Calvary Temple, Future Business Leaders of America, Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America, Cotter School Band and Choir, Jamie Jones, Polar Express Conductor, and the Baxter Bulletin. It's a free event. Everyone's welcome. Donations are also accepted. And that's the community happenings.
I was going to mention on the Coulter, we were just talking about the Coulter
Yes, yep.
celebration of lights. On December 2nd, 3rd, 9th, 10th, and then the 16th through the 24th is when Santa's going to be there. Now the 16th through the 24th, they'll also have a carousel and a train on campus.
Choo choo.
And they'll be selling different concession stuff too.
They do have a pretty nice concession stand set up. I saw a picture of that last night as well.
16th through 24th.
There you go.
Time right there.
All right, you're watching the morning show on XL7-TV. We'll be back with some Monday morning sports update.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for Monday morning sports update. This morning I've got Coach Matt Shimmel with me. He is the coach of the Mountain Home Flyers. It's the youth wrestling program here in Mountain Home. Coach, welcome.
Hey, good morning, Bob.
Thanks for coming in this morning, and congratulations on all the victories you guys have had. You've had 3 tournaments so far, and y'all are just tearing it up.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's been a really, really good start to the season. The first 2 tournaments of the year, we usually just have returning wrestlers wrestle at those. We like to have all the new guys get at least a month's worth of good practice in, so they really get the fundamentals before they start competing. But this past weekend at the Terry Davis Classic, we had a handful of brand new kids out there, and man, even they did exceptionally well. We had one who, it was his first tournament ever, and he won it.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so that was awesome. As a team, we had a 73% win percentage. Out of all the individual matches that we wrestled, we won 73%. And out of the 22 that we took this weekend, we had 14 in the finals.
Wow.
So we had an exceptional showing. We ended up taking 3rd place overall as a team, and that was basically because we only had 22 kids wrestling. The teams ahead of us, one had, I think, like 48, and one had 36 or something. But we beat out teams that had 50 wrestlers and 30.
How many kids do you have on the squad?
Overall, at practice right now, we have anywhere from, on any given night, anywhere from 40 to 60. We've had a total of 60 in and out. Some are more committed than others, but overall we've had about 60 total. On a given night, we usually have about 40 in the room.
Where do y'all practice at?
At Guyberry, the alternative school across town.
Okay. And out of those 60 that you have practice, how do you determine which ones will go into the tournament?
Whichever ones want to.
Sign up, you go.
Yeah, that's a decision we leave up to the parents. A lot of them talk to us and see if their kids are ready to go. My thought generally is if a kid wants to wrestle, he's ready to go. We can teach a lot in the practice room, and you can learn a lot in the practice room, but until you actually get in a live situation, it's a different feel. And so once you start competing in tournaments, you usually see a kid level up, pretty quickly, just because it is a different atmosphere and a different environment. And, usually the ones that are competing, tend to get better a lot quicker.
Mm-hmm. How long has Mountain Home Flyers been around?
What is that, Scooter? About 13 years now?
About 13, 14.
Yeah, 13, 14 years. I've had the team for the last 7. And Scooter and I, we coached it together for a few years, and then when Austin moved up into the high school, Scooter moved up with him, and and so the last few years it's been me and my coaching staff. And
how many coaches do you have helping?
Let's see, this year we have Chuck Smith, Brent Peterson, Sean Ritchie, and they've come back from last year. Chuck's been with me now, I think, for 5 years, and Brent's been with me for 3 or 4 maybe. And then this year we also have Justin Smith, who's also the middle school principal. He's helping us out. And so we have a really good, range of coaches. We have a pretty good ratio of wrestlers to coach. So especially for our new guys, we get a lot of one-on-one work with them, and we're able to kind of get them up to speed pretty quickly.
And this is boys and girls?
Yes, sir. Yep, we have, right now I think we have maybe 6 girls, or no, more than that, probably 8 girls on the team. We have about 4 or 5 of them that compete regularly. Mm-hmm. And so we're starting to see more and more girls. That I think that's probably a testament to the success that the high school girls have had. That's kind of trickled down. Once news that the high school programs are having success, we usually see that kind of dictate how our numbers fluctuate. A lot of times it's younger siblings or, just friends from church or whatever, but they find out that, wrestling is available to, not only just kids, but specifically to girls. And so then we'll see those numbers climb.
What age groups do you guys deal with?
I coach from 5 to 14-year-olds, and then once they're through my competing ages, then they move up to the high school. But frankly, my room is open to any youth wrestlers, whether they're high school or youth. I still get a handful of the high school kids come down and practice with us, get some extra mat time and some extra work in. I really like that because they really work with the little kids too.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's been really cool to see because, the little kids really look up to our high schoolers. And so when they come down and help out, it really kind of lights that fire under them that, because the kids that they're looking up to are really paying attention to them and helping them with their techniques and things like that. And so it's been a lot of fun having them come down.
How often do you guys practice?
We have practice Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday every week. On Tuesdays, our whole team. On Wednesday, we've added practice for our novice wrestlers. What we were finding was the way our numbers have swelled with our novice and our advanced kids. We were either holding our advanced kids back by having to slow everything down, or we were just going way above our novice kids' heads. And so we added in a novice practice where, anybody who just needs more work on those fundamentals, they'll practice on Wednesdays. And then I run an advanced practice on Thursdays where we're able to get into some of the more high-level techniques. And that we found a lot of success with that.
How long does the season run?
Our competition season goes from November to our state tournament is in February. And then we generally have, a handful to a dozen wrestlers who are competing at a very high level. And so they'll stay on through April when we have, we'll compete in some national level events like the Adidas Nationals and the Matt Gear Spring Nationals. And those are huge events. They bring in wrestlers from all over the country. I think Adidas had wrestlers represented from 42 states last year. Yeah. Is that right, Scooter?
Yeah.
So just huge events in big arenas. But those are for your elite kids. You don't really want to send a novice kid to a tournament like that. One, they just really would not do well, and it would probably be pretty discouraging.
Mm-hmm.
And so, after states, that ends the season for the majority of the wrestlers, and then we kind of crank up the intensity a little bit for the nationals practices.
Will the majority of those that don't go on to the nationals, will they continue to practice through the off season, or what do they do for off season?
We do take a good break. A lot of parents ask me what I think their kids should do in the off season. I tell them play baseball or soccer or football or just be active. Especially in the youth level. What we want is well-rounded athletes.
Mm-hmm.
You see kids that specialize as youth in wrestling, and for the ones that do, that's great. But I like to see good, well-rounded athletes. Like a lot of times when I'm teaching a move, I'll reference different sports. Like a throw by is kind of the same motion as swinging a baseball bat. You gotta get your hips into it. And so for my wrestlers that play baseball, I say, hey, show of hands, who played baseball? And you get a couple of them raising their hands. I'm like, do you swing your bat with just your hands? No, you gotta get your hips into it. And so we bring some of those techniques in from other sports.
Mm-hmm.
And then usually around July, I'll start holding some kind of off-season practices, every other weekend or whatever, just to get kids back on the mat. We usually have a couple clinics throughout the summer. We try to do something at least once a month just to keep kids, from getting too far away from their technique and stuff like that. But once the season's done, it's time for a break.
Yeah, because contrary to popular belief, couch potato is not a sport.
No, it's not. There's not a lot of carryover into athletic events.
7:30. We want to take a quick break. You're with Matt Shimmel, Mountain Home Flyers Youth Wrestling Club. We'll be back in just a moment.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Scrap Daddy's Metals is a full-service scrap recycling center accepting your scrap metals for recycling, paying you top dollar for all of your recyclable metals. They even buy cars and catalytic converters. Give them a call today at 870-424-6120 or visit them at 2821 Highway 5 North in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to Monday Morning Sports. Coach Matt Shimmel is here, Mountain Home Flyers Youth Wrestling Club. Coach, you've been very busy with several tournaments since the beginning of the season. How you been faring?
We've done really well. We've wrestled in Dover, Cabot, and then this past weekend we were down in Russellville at the Terry Davis Classic. And in each tournament so far, we've won over 70% of our matches.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and so the kids have come out and they've really performed even better than I would have expected. They're putting together really solid performances. They're wrestling through positions and, really winning some gritty matches. And so it's really nice to see early in the season.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the kind of matches I expect us to win late in the season, when our conditioning's a lot better and stuff like that. But, we have a lot of returning kids this year, so they know, that in some of these matches you got to kind of dig deep and pull it out at the end. And, we had one in the finals this past weekend who was losing by the score of 13-11 with probably maybe 20 seconds to go in the match, and he took the kid down and got back points all within the last 20 seconds to pull out the win. He was losing the whole match and just dug deep there at the end and got the win, and it was awesome.
I bet. The tournaments that you go to, those are all just parent funded. You guys don't have a big fundraiser that pays for all your tournaments?
No, sir. It is all parent. For the actual competitions, what it is the parents will buy a USA Wrestling card. And then we do raise money. We have what we call is our scholarship fund. So nobody doesn't wrestle because they can't afford it. Mm-hmm. If the parents are able to afford it, we encourage them to. But my rule of thumb is nobody doesn't wrestle because of money.
Mm-hmm. Keep in mind, the tournaments are only like $20, $25 to enter. So it's not a major expense as far as that goes. We help with a lot of the shoes and stuff like that, but the tournaments are not expensive.
Just the cost to get there.
Yeah.
Yep, and we have a ton of parents going down. Some of them carpool and things like that to help with the cost of that. But for the most part, wrestling's a pretty cost-effective sport. And like Scooter said, we keep a closet full of extra wrestling shoes and headgears and knee pads and things like that we're able to loan out if somebody needs them. And then at the end of the season, if a kid outgrows their shoes, a lot of times the parents will turn them into us, and then we're able to grow our closet out. Mm-hmm. And that's been awesome. Because at the end of the day, really it's about getting kids on the mat, and the number one prohibitor of getting kids to play sports is the cost. Mm-hmm. And so if we can eliminate the majority of that cost, then we get more kids.
Are the majority of your tournaments just one day?
Yeah, that we do have. They're all one day at this level. Some of them we have weigh-ins the night before, so you got to go down and stay overnight and stuff. But they are one-day tournaments. For our coaching staff, they're generally long days, but we have great parents that make sure the kids are where they need to be and make sure we have all the bout numbers that we need, and it makes our lives a lot easier so that we can just be at the mats that we need to be on and coach the kids when they're there.
Let's talk about the tournament you just came from over the weekend. How did the individuals fare, and you have some names you can put out there as winners?
Yeah, we competed at the Terry Davis Classic in Russellville over the weekend, and it's a tournament I always really like to go to. It memorializes Terry Davis, who was a Marine who moved into the River Valley area and was really a key component to bringing wrestling into the state of Arkansas. And he passed away a number of years ago, but they've named this tournament after him to kind of memorialize them, and they usually put up a slideshow and things like that of them. So it's a really neat tournament, really nice family. But we went down. We had, like I said, we had 22 wrestlers that competed. There's a picture of us at the end. We took third place as a team, and now that's not all 22, obviously, but it was a really long day, and a number of them went home because it's a 2.5-hour drive. So after they were done wrestling, this was what we had that was still around when it came time to get the trophy. But we had 22 wrestlers total, and we put 14 of them in the finals. We ended up with 9 champions. We had Fletcher Smith, who won our 6 and under 46 pounds. Cason Spears was 6 and under 60 pounds, and that was also his first tournament that he ever wrestled. And
wow.
Man, I'll tell you what, that kid, we have a wrestler for life with that kid. He was so excited. He came flying up to me after it, and he was telling me how he won both of his matches, and he's hugging me, and he was so excited. So we got a wrestler for life in Cason. Dalen Lefevers, 8 and under 83 pounds. He's the one who dug deep and won it there at the end. Cale Beaver won the 8 and under 100 pounds. Mason Peterson won the 10 and under 61 pounds. Peyton Smith won 10 and under 64 pounds. Lincoln Shagnon won the 10 and under 90 pounds. Steele Smith won 10 and under 100 pounds. And then found out, ended up being sick on the way home. So he wrestled all day and gritted it out and ended up not feeling well the next day. And then Kaylin Lefevers won our 14 and under heavyweight. Runners up were Rocco Ritchie. He won the 6 and under 49 pounds. He lost to a kid that he's lost to a couple times this year, but every time he wrestles him, he's closing that gap. So I'm excited to see how that's going to play out the rest of the year. Emmy Smith, she won the 8 and under 46 to 49 pounds. Belle Williams, she won the 10 and under 73 pounds. And now keep in mind, these ladies are competing in the opens. So they're wrestling against boys and girls, and they're going out and holding their own. They're doing a really good job. Peyton Smith, he had double bracketed. He wrestled in the 10 and under and the 12 and under. He won the 10 and under. He took second in the 12 and under 68 pounds. And then Corbin Lefevers took second in the 12 and under 110 pounds. Our third place finishers were Hawk Smith. He took third at 6 and under 40 pounds. Carter Dodson was 8 and under 70 pound third place winner. Zan Baker was 12 and under 71 to 74 pound third place. And Logan Lefevers took third in the 12 and under 91 pounds. So overall, we just the kids had a great performance. Like I said, we took third as a team, even though we were outnumbered significantly. So I couldn't have been more proud of them.
The name that I didn't hear is Fraunfelter.
Yeah, I said him. He was heavyweight, 100 pounds.
I missed that.
14 and under heavyweight. He won. He won the tournament.
No, I caught a different name there when you said that.
Nope. Kalen Fraunfelter, 14U heavyweight. He was the champion.
He wrestles pretty well.
He does. And actually at the, let's see, it would have been the Cabot tournament, we actually found somebody to give him a challenge. He hadn't lost in like 2 years. And last year he pinned everybody he wrestled. There was a kid that came down and competed at that tournament. It was over the Thanksgiving weekend. And the kid was in town visiting family. He was a Iowa State champion in both folk style and Greco, and runner-up in freestyle. So the kid was a stud. And Kalen hung with him. I talked to the kid's dad after the match, and they said that was probably the closest match he's wrestled in several years. And Kalen did lose the match, but man, he wrestled great. And those are the matches that I love to see us in this time of year. It doesn't do us any good to go out and get 20-second pins. It looks nice in the stat sheet, but doesn't make us any better.
Let's talk about the tournament that you're going to be hosting here in Mountain Home.
Yeah, the King of the Mountain tournament is a tournament we host every year. Usually it's the first weekend of December, but this year it's going to be kind of special. The Arkansas Youth Wrestling has done a really great job of trying to grow the sport in the state. And so one thing that they're adding in this year is a Triple Crown. And so they've taken a tournament from 3 different regions of the state, and are really talking them up and really trying to build them up. And so they've called it the Triple Crown. So this weekend we'll be in Springdale for the first leg of the Triple Crown. Early January is in Hot Springs for the second round, and then we're going to be the Northeast region. And so on January 28th will be the third leg of that Triple Crown event. And so I expect our numbers for our tournament to probably at least double. It's going to be a really cool event. They've ordered in special medals for the kids where each one of the tournaments, the medal is a piece of the state of Arkansas. And so if they compete in all 3, they'll have the whole state. And so they'll medal out, I believe, to 4th place. And so the kids can hit each one of the stops and really try to build something together with that.
And the idea of it, they're going to accumulate points by where their standings are in each one of those tournaments. So then it's accumulated, and that's the Triple Crown. How many points you receive between all 3 tournaments to see where you fall. It's pretty neat.
And if you win them all 3 or place all 3, you'll end up with the full state.
Yep. By the looks of the picture, I mean, it's going to be, like huge.
It'll be a good time. How many wrestlers do you think will be there?
If I had to put a number on it, I'll have a better idea after this weekend when I see what shows up at Springdale, but I would think probably somewhere in the ballpark of 500.
Wow. Will they use 2 gyms for that?
I would like to. The biggest thing would be making sure we have enough mats for it. What we'll likely do is do a split session where different divisions will wrestle at different times, just so that the gym area isn't just completely overwhelmed. And so a lot of these tournaments where you have higher numbers, they'll have like 6U, 10U, and 14U will wrestle in the morning, and then 8U, 12U will wrestle in the afternoon. So if we can do that and then split up mats and stuff like that, we'll be able to accommodate plenty of wrestlers.
There you go. Well, Matt, we appreciate you joining us this morning and talking about youth wrestling. How could a parent out there that may be new to the area get a hold of somebody to get their kids started? Yeah,
if we have a Facebook page. It's Mountain Home, what do they call it? Mountain Home AR Flyers Wrestling Team. If you go to that Facebook page, the phone number listed on there is my number. If you send that a message, it comes directly to me. Or just come by Guy Berry either Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday evening. We're in there from 5 to 7. So reach out. If you have a kid that you'd like to get involved, we'd love to have them.
And if you're an old wrestler out there and want to be involved and help with this tournament, I'm sure you won't turn that down.
Nah, I'll take all the help I can get.
There you go. We appreciate you taking the time to join us this morning. You've been watching Monday Morning Sports Update. Matt Shimmel, Mountain Home Flyers Youth Wrestling Club, has been with us this morning. Matt, we'll have you back again after the Triple Crown.
All right. Thanks a lot, Bob. It's always fun.
All right. Be back in just a moment.
Eddie's Mexican Restaurant, we're here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville. Close to Lake Norfolk and a short journey to Jordan County Line Liquor is your destination for all your refreshment needs. They offer the widest variety of all your wines, beers, and liquors with the cleanest atmosphere and the largest selection in the area. Not sure what to get? Ask Jordan County Line Liquor's friendly and knowledgeable staff for an expert recommendation you can't go wrong with. Also, don't forget about the Smoker's Den for all your smoking and accessory needs. That's Jordan County Line Liquor, close to Lake Norfolk, located on Highway 177 in Jordan, Arkansas.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going? See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z-Team.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to Monday Morning Sports Update. Scooter, lots of things happened over the weekend.
There is a lot of things that are happening.
Let's talk about some basketball real quick.
All right.
Mountain Home Bombers and Lady Bombers both participated in a basketball tournament up in Branson. I think they call it the Branson Border Battle. Thursday night, the girls started the tournament off, and they beat Waynesville 73-31. Then Thursday night, Mountain Home, the boys beat Waynesville 48-46. Then turn around on Friday, the girls played Lake Hamilton. They ended up beating the Lake Hamilton Lady Wolves 61-40. And then the boys came out and they got beat by Lake Hamilton 66-38. But then on Saturday, the Lady Bombers came out strong. They were behind in that game quite a bit. They ended up getting beat by the host city, Branson, 65-64. But the Bombers came out to win their game against the Branson team, 59-45. So it was a pretty good tournament for both sides, the boys and the girls. Came out 2 wins and 1 loss on each of those for the boys and the girls. And I tell you what, the Bomber basketball teams are a little bit tougher this year than they've been seasons past.
Bring it on.
Bring it.
Bring it on.
Back on Thursday, Calico Rock beat Westside 67-57. Norfolk beat Timbo 63-31. On Saturday, Cotter beat Haas Hall 80-55. The Lady Warriors beat Haas Hall 64-5. That's just a tough score there.
That is.
Yep, tough score. Also on Friday, the Lady Bobcats from Flippin beat Ozark Catholic 83-21. And then on Saturday, the Cotter Lady Warriors beat Jasper 47-36. to 45, and they were playing in a tournament. I can't remember the name of it, but they ended up winning that tournament, I believe. That's good for them. I wanted to mention congratulations to the Izard County Consolidated Cougars. They came away with their first season ever winning the state championship. They beat Rector 36-26. It was just a great...
That's awesome. Your first year out of having a football.
Any kind of football.
Yes. And they do an 8-man, right?
They do 8-man. They are
That's
the 8-man
awesome.
state champs.
Congratulations.
For that size, and very, very proud of those guys. The whole town rolled out for them.
That is cool.
I was able
That
to
is
watch
neat.
the last little more than the last quarter of it, and they had it on Arkansas public broadcast. They always do those games, the championship games, and they would pan the crowd, and it was like you could just tell that everybody just went to that game. So over on the 6A side, which is where Mountain Home plays, it was Pulaski Academy beating Greenwood 42-35. So Pulaski Academy, for their first year in the 6A, has come out with the state championship. I don't look for them to stay in the 6A very long, because I think due to the competition equality that they're trying to do, I think they're going to end up moving them to 7A pretty quickly, which is good. Melbourne ended up losing. They were undefeated up till the state championship game. They ended up losing to Boonville 41-36, but congratulations to the Melbourne Bearcats. It was a great season. When it comes down to it, going 11-1 is a pretty good season, or maybe even 12-1. I don't know how many games they had in their playoff bracket, but that's pretty good. Make it to the
That's
finals.
good. You can't complain to that.
Undefeated all the way to the finals. Congratulations on them.
That's
on
awesome.
a great season as well. Let's talk a little bit of high school wrestling. I know you had a girls' tournament over the weekend.
We did. We had a girls' tournament. It was up in Marshfield. It was the Marshfield Lady Blue Jay Duels. And it was a little different tournament. It wasn't an individual. So it was a duels tournament. So your whole team went against another team. And then after that round was done, you switched teams. And you'd go
You guys
against
had a
different
tournament last Thursday as well. Did y'all talk about it at all on Friday?
Don't think so. It wasn't a tournament as much as it was a duel.
Okay.
We were just going there and facing Marshfield and West Plains. It was at West Plains.
Okay.
Right now, we've got a lot of our starting lineup that's out for other things that are going on. We share with Cheer, and they got a big competition going on. Some of them's got some ACT stuff going and this and that. So we didn't have our full lineup, but they did really well. We went up there and we won against West Plains. We did fall just short against Marshfield, but Marshfield's a tough team. They were running a full lineup, and we had a lot of gaps. So it was good. It was a really good tournament to face.
Do you remember any of your first place finishers from either one of those?
I couldn't list them all because, like I said, it was just a two thing, so I know there was quite a few of them. I know on the one over the weekend, we faced 5 different teams in one day. And I can tell you, Fraunfelter won every one of hers. She went 5-0.
She went 5-0,
which was impressive. She had some tough ones she was going against this round. Anytime you go up into Missouri, you hit some really tough wrestlers. They've got big programs up there. We were the only Arkansas team, I think, that was in that Missouri tournament up in Marshfield.
And by her design, she's changed weight classes this year. Is that right?
She has. She has gotten down to 155. That is where she's at, and that's where she's been wrestling.
And that was her choice.
And that was her choice. We don't. She was on the fence, and we talked about the pros and cons either way, and she decided that this is the weight she wanted to be at, and she was able to get down there healthy. You watch her wrestle, she's got plenty of energy, she's eating well, she's doing everything, but she's doing things the right way to get the weight where she wants it under control, which is awesome. We're not a big fan of people cutting weight just to cut weight. You got to eat, you got to stay healthy, you got to stay strong. Which we did really well there. With the first 2 teams we hit were really big teams. They had full brackets. We still have gaps, until some people get them transitioned over. But we ended up falling short against Rolla, Missouri, and Waynesville. But then we kind of regrouped, and everybody came back with a different kind of fight and a different spark in them. We came back and won the last 3, which was awesome. We beat Branson, Missouri. We beat Mexico, Missouri, and we beat Sullivan, Missouri. So it's kind of nice to come out on top, especially with a couple big losses at the beginning. But for them to turn things around and fight back, they did an amazing job.
Mm-hmm. What's next for the girls?
Well, we're supposed to have one this weekend, but I think we're taking this weekend off now. Kind of give them a little breather, so we've got a couple weeks before we have to really get fired up. We've had a few of them that are a little sore. We had 3 kind of right in a row as far as meets, and now
because
they
you wrestled
kinda,
Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, didn't you?
Yeah. So we're kind of giving them a little break, letting some of them just heal up, make sure everybody's healthy and good, and that we're not compounding on anything and putting too much on them. So it looks like we're probably going to take this weekend off. The boys will be traveling down to Hot Springs, and I may travel down and watch my son do a little wrestling.
There you go. He's getting close to that 100 mark.
Yes, he's at 96. So I got a feeling at this tournament he'll probably hit that 100. Which is a big ordeal. I mean, there's very few that I've seen that have actually hit 100 wins in their career. So
he's currently 96-10 overall.
96-10. 9 of his losses were his freshman year. He's only lost 1 since freshman. So he's done exceptional. And I'd like to, with having this break with other things, I'd like to go down there and be there to support him and see him get that 100th win.
You bet.
That's
only
going to
happens
be
once.
No, that'll be a moment right there.
Yep, only happens.
He'll
once.
remember.
I'm sure Popper will want to be there with you.
Oh yeah, we'll have a whole crew I think going down there for this one. And watch him get down there and only have 3 matches. We keep saying that, but it may happen.
You only have 2 matches.
It could happen. You never know. But looking at what he did the last couple of years down there, I think he'll probably have 4.
Well, that's awesome. What else has been going on the boys' side? Do you know much about it?
The boys had Saturday off. They did go down to West Plains. They faced the same teams, which was Marshfield and West Plains, and they split it, I believe. They won against West Plains and lost against Marshfield, but they were really close. They're battling really, really well. They're doing a great job. I think you're going to see some really big things on this team, and I'm really excited to where they're headed. I mean, they're going to be one of the top teams when you go into state.
These early season tournaments that you guys or matches that you guys are going, both boys and girls, don't have any bearing on your record. Is that right? As far as placing for conference?
No, because they were facing some of these Missouri teams where they're not in our conference, stuff like that. This is mainly just kind of get some mat time. You'll notice that we're putting in a lot of JVs and other people in trying to get them mat time, just seeing where everybody's filling out and trying to get your full exact lineup. So it's not really counting towards anything at this point, but pretty soon we'll be hitting that, especially right after the first of the year. You're going to be in conference mode where you're facing your conference people and everything's starting to matter.
Will Mountain Home be having any home matches anytime soon?
We've got some coming up. I have to look at the schedule. It's not for a little bit, so we got a little bit of time.
2 or 3 weeks?
Yep.
But as far as the girls go, you're going to take this weekend off, and then what will happen next week?
Next weekend, we've got a tournament. I think that's Fayetteville, so it's going to be a 2-day tournament. It's Friday and Saturday. So we'll go down and compete on Friday, and then they'll stay the night over there and then finish up on Saturday. It's really cool. They'll have a chance to see a little bit of college wrestling. From my understanding, they'll bring some in for like an intermission type thing, so it'll be pretty neat for them to do that and then finish up their tournament. So.
Is that strictly the girls or the boys too?
That's just girls.
Just the girls?
Just the girls. Boys are headed somewhere else. I'm not exactly sure.
When do you anticipate the
we're about out of time, too.
Team getting full?
Getting full?
Yeah, filling all your slots.
Within the next couple of weeks, we'll know where everybody's at and get them put in.
Sounds good. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.